All righty, we are live. Welcome everyone to the Genetically Modified Skeptic After Party. So far with us, we have, I'll go from my perspective, left to right. We've got the Bad-Tempered Badger in here with us. We got Duke Bonanza. We've got Frustrated Atheist. We've got Drew himself, Genetically Modified Skeptic. We've got Inquisitive Quandary. We got Lucy Fur. We got the man from Down Under, good old Not Your Witness. And we got the Bible Belt Atheist who's having some computer issues right now, but at least he's not driving his house around like last time. And we've got Unholy Sarah. So, Drew, once again, thanks so much for spending an hour and a bit with me earlier. It was a pleasure chatting with you. And I didn't have to be embarrassed about, I was thinking maybe we could do a quick Mario Kart live and I'd have a chance at some revenge, but I don't know how the hell we'd do that, but...
if we can figure that out, I bet at Faithless Forum 2020, after everything's all over and we're relaxing like this last year, we can probably figure out a way to stream that and everyone can see your shame live on air.
Shame live, great.
I'm just gonna let you know now, Drew. If I'm there, there will be no shame on my behalf.
Oh yeah, you're practicing.
Yeah.
God, that fucks with me.
Hey, BBA, are you going to drive your house to Faithless Forum?
Poor guy, he doesn't have a chance to respond right now because he's still setting up his gear or something.
Let's not pretend he was going to respond in the first place.
He's always
he's parking his house.
He's parking his house. Hang on, this is tough. I'm parallel parking in between.
I'm a little bit more optimistic about being able to go to next year's Faithless Forum because it's going to be in Austin and all.
Well,
or from the rumor I heard.
It's definitely not decided. I mean, like it's we're definitely speaking more about Dallas right now, but
okay.
I will likely never make it.
Well, regardless, I'm still here in Texas, so I mean, I can still make it. It's just Austin's a little bit closer to where I live.
You guys do it every year while my daughter's on spring break, so she's here, so I can't go.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
That's why I missed both of them because of that. Sucks.
I'm coming next year, regardless. If
awesome.
drive, fly, sleep on a couch, or in an Uber, I don't care.
Sleep in an Uber. I just got a message back from Shannon Q. I sent her a link too, in case you wanted to jump here and poke some fun at you there, Drew. But,
I can hop off. I only wanted to hop on for a minute just because I was fangirling over Drew. Like I have watched him for forever. And I'm in the chat going, I'm fangirling over Drew. Oh my God. What is wrong with me?
Oh my God. I'm fangirling over Drew too.
I'm telling you, man, it's the eyes. He has the same eyes as my boyfriend.
Yeah, y'all need.
He is definitely a cutie pie. He's definitely a cutie pie. I've said that over and over again.
I'm gonna mail each and every one of you one of these copies of the Baptist fucking Bible thing that I got in the mail the other day.
I needed something to roll my joints with, so yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants to take high to another level.
Yeah.
Anyone know what's going on right now? Because Neil told me I didn't need to bring trousers.
No, of course not. You're a fucking badger, dude. Like the most you need is a vest. You just need a vest.
I got that as well.
I don't know. It's like I said in the chat. Drew looks like the type of kid that thought he was bad to the bone because he'd drink a root beer and stay up until 11 p.m. When he was a kid.
God, that fucks with me so hard.
I shouldn't tell you how late I was up last night.
My actual real name is Drew, so like every time you guys say that, it's just like fuck. Fuck.
Well, I'm gonna go so I can let Shannon hop in because I know she wants to hop in, and I'm really tired and have to work obviously early in the morning. Neil, you know I love you, buddy.
Oh, I love it with you, Lucy.
And Drew, it is an honor to have spoken with you. I think you're amazing. I have watched you for so long, and I'm so looking forward to Faithless Forum next year. I expect to hug Neil, and I look forward to meeting some other people.
Well, thanks for hopping in here. It was great to chat with you for a couple minutes at least.
Yeah, if I didn't have to be at work at like 4 a.m, I'd stay. But I gotta go to bed. So.
Gotcha. Hey, we'll sleep well.
Yeah, now
Bye,
Shannon
Lucy.
can hop in. Bye.
Have a good night.
I've been at work since 5 my time. So, for the past 2.5 hours, 3.5 hours, whatever it is.
Oh, I thought you meant AM. I was like, Jesus. Wow.
No,
that's-
no. But I will be here. I will be here from 5 p.m. until 7 a.m.
Oof. Yikes. Yeah.
That's how my shifts go at the hospital. Well, I go from like 6:45 whatever time to 7:15. But yeah. And then we have like the wonderful people that take enormous amounts of drugs and show up at the ER and don't know what their name is.
I'm going to stop you there, Duke, because I'm going to say Shannon is here. Hi, Shannon.
Oh God.
Hi.
Nobody.
I was muted. That's quiet.
Nobody likes
I had to
Shannon.
give her a grand. I had to give her a grand entrance.
Oh Jesus! Why?
Because well, I gave her a grand entrance because she came in and automatically muted herself.
No, hang on. I've got some music if you want.
Use some like
Oh dear God.
dude, use some dish soap, some like Dawn dish soap, and then a little bit of fucking Purell afterwards. Wipe that shit off your nose, man. Be all right.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was in reference to either.
I don't know either, but because I usually just tune Duke out.
Yeah, everybody tunes me out. It's fine.
Wait, Duke's here?
Right? I thought I heard something annoying. I couldn't quite register what it was.
Oh, my heart.
So the other day, this guy on Twitter posts, I want weird facts about people. Me, I don't own a microwave, and go. And then people start posting shit. I go, well, I steal microwaves, so it's a good thing you don't own one.
I burnt my microwave like a month ago, cut it on fire.
Really?
I've done that to a few microwaves.
I once almost burned down my house.
Oh my God.
I realised that you
That's
shouldn't
not being the
microwave.
idea of it.
I realised recently that you shouldn't microwave an egg.
Well, not unless you poke a hole in it, buddy.
How did you burn your microwave, Sarah?
Well, there was
Metal?
a baby. No, there was a baby bird, and so I was trying to heat up some washcloths. And
You were
then
trying to heat up a baby bird?
That's what I got from this conversation.
Okay, so first of all, it wasn't a bird, it was an egg. It didn't end up hatching. I was trying to heat up some washcloths to keep it warm. Well, you shouldn't put washcloths in the microwave, but I'm really not that bright.
Sarah, the only thing we took away from this was you try to heat up a baby bird.
Oh, it was an egg, and I was
They eat babies, but not baby birds.
Yeah, wait a minute.
God.
So you tried to use a microwave as an incubator?
No! The microwave was just to heat up other things to keep the baby bird warm. Not even a baby bird, an egg. It was an egg. And we were trying to make it hatch, and it didn't hatch. I also
Sounds like
what an incubator is.
How long
Did you end
did you
up
put
eating the egg?
them in there for? I mean, like you can put washcloths in a microwave, a little bit of water, bam, like what, 2 minutes?
I must have hit the wrong button. I thought it was only for like a minute. That wasn't the first time in my life I caught a microwave.
Sarah, when you
But I was not ready for that though. When I say
you can't put an egg in a microwave,
It wasn't.
Sarah.
God.
Actually, you can. They actually make like implements that you can cook eggs in the microwave with. So yeah, you totally can.
I remember somebody put a pizza in an industrial strength microwave once because they wanted it warm and it was not warm. They came back and it was black, and the microwave was not usable.
I don't own a microwave. All these stories scare me.
Oh, Shannon, don't worry, you'll be fine. I suggest that you get a microwave and not let anyone tell you how to use it and just go to use it for the first time.
No, thank you. I don't want a microwave. I'm a weird hippie. Weird hippies don't own microwaves.
Make sure that you don't take the fork off the plate before you put it in, because you want the fork to be the same temperature as the food.
You definitely want metal in there.
And if you ever
need conversation is put a baby bird egg on a fork and then put it in the microwave.
And all you need to know is that because you know how sometimes you put your spoon in the ice cream and it's still hard, just throw that spoon in the microwave and you can get that ice cream out pretty well.
Okay.
I might buy a microwave just to see what happens when you
Also,
put
if
metal
you want to
something
prevent-
that's
if you-
radiated.
If you
I
want to
wonder
prevent
what can
government
happen. That
surveillance,
sounds logical.
If you want to know what actually happens, Mythbusters actually did that.
No,
where
I'm
they
not
put
an idiot. I don't not own a
tinfoil-
microwave because they legitimately scare me. I know if I put metal in a microwave, it's going to spark in the microwave. I'm not a
if you want
dumbass.
to-
I
if
just
you
don't
want
own
to
a
prevent-
microwave.
It's pretty much
No,
all
it just
government
burns out the magnetron. That's all.
you can put your
It just-
tinfoil hat in the microwave to charge it.
No, I need that. No, I need that. That's the line. Definitely.
So I have something for
important.
everyone, because people were saying that I look like the kind of guy who stays up to 11 and like drinks a root beer and thinks he's a badass.
Yes.
I do have something that I did think made me a badass, somewhat, and I have a picture of it.
Oh, we must see this.
So I can do screen share. The only thing is, I'm pretty sure that the okay, let's see.
If I hear the words Bandcamp, I am totally closing my eyes for a minute.
It's okay if it's demonetized. It's Neil.
I'd love to tell you my Bandcamp story now.
I think that the only way to see it is if you guys like either personally click on my thing or if I am speaking and the Hangout's
I've already got
focusing
you
on mine.
clicked on. I've already got you clicked on, so I can see.
Present the.
So I'll present it and
I'll
speak
click.
so that everyone can hear me. But
I've got
okay,
you presented.
I'm sharing my screen now, and this is me. I am the guy in the blue shirt with the guitar. I was the lead guitarist and writer. I was the writer for a hardcore band called the Skid Marks, and this was us in our practice space. It was freshman year of college.
The Skid Marks.
Skid Marks. That is
Oh,
that is
wow.
glorious. I love it.
Outstanding.
That would have an interesting stage presence.
If you want to know what we were like, was really, really similar to the band Off, like Off with an exclamation point is the and then I mean they're a couple of members of Black Flag. They're hardcore. So yep, that's now if I can figure out how to not screen share.
Hang on.
That is amazing.
Somebody in the chat asked Drew if you guys were a Skid Row cover band.
We're Skid Row cover. We're known as Skid Marks.
Imagine I was in a band in school, and the lead singer did once slap me in the face. Not with his hand, though.
Oh my god.
Wow, interesting.
You got slapped in the face with
This
I'm not
chat just took a
A Lombardi slap.
Apparently,
Say
there was
what
a
you
video-
want about Skid Row, but if somebody can nail Sebastian Bach, my hat's off to you. That guy was a fucking beast.
Yeah, he's a beast.
There was a-
that is true. I was in like 3 praise and worship bands.
Unholy Sarah.
What?
Prophet of Zod wants or would sure hopes that your Bandcamp story involves a bird.
I have another
A baby
Bandcamp
bird
story
at
that
that.
involves a bird, but the one I was thinking of doesn't.
Okay.
Well, that's 2 stories we get.
Nobody's going to say flute. Nobody's going to say
It has
flute.
Nothing to do
Flute.
with the flute.
Flute.
But the
Anything
clarinet.
that bad.
Flute.
I
Was there a
get
flute
that,
and a vagina?
No, it was
All
just how
about-
I learned what a blowjob was at band camp. Because I was really sheltered. But we did have a bird
I
fly
learned-
at the window.
I learned what docking was in
my
basic
goodness.
training.
Well,
I had a drill sergeant.
interrupt at
He
this
was
point, but I'm so sorry. That was I don't feel like there's ever going to be a non-awkward point to interrupt.
Well, I did learn from personal experience, Shannon. I mean, gosh, I'm a little bit more civil.
I made no inferences one way or the
No, I'm
other.
not.
But I just stopped by to say hi to Drew and tell him as much shit as I give him. I love him, and to say hi to everybody else. I really do have to go. And have a good night. Give Drew shit though, because
But do you love him?
You gotta bring him down when you put him up. You can't just leave him there. You got
Oh no, I just put people down. So
But do you love him as much as you love Chad Croning?
I know what you were trying to say. You didn't say his name right. I'm not saying it because that's blasphemous. And
Hey, but Shannon, I just have one thing for you, though.
No.
I just want you to look at this photograph. 'Cause every time I do, it makes me laugh.
Yeah. Why are my eyes so red?
Goodbye.
What the hell is on Joey's head?
All right, so Drew, Johnny Drive-By is in the chat, and he has a question. He says, Drew and I both got officially cursed by someone. I'm doing better at gambling since then. I'm wondering if he noticed anything different.
Yeah, so we got officially cursed, if I remember correctly. I think that basically what happened was that I did a video where I was trying to test whether or not eating 7 ajwa dates in the morning could protect you from black magic, because that's a claim in the Hadith, I believe. Was supposed to protect you from jinn and black magic, and not jinn like what you drink, jinn as in genies, demons in Islam. And so I asked people to curse me, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Johnny Drive-By, but I think that's when this happened. Maybe we're talking about a different time. I've been cursed a few times online. Given that my content's done like pretty well since that video, I think that that video in particular didn't like do super hot. So like maybe the curse was super temporary. I'm just not thinking about it right. But since then, I've done pretty well.
Or it could be focused on other areas of your life.
True.
Because that's how black magic works. It works specifically in some areas, but sometimes if that doesn't work, it's broadened to whatever.
It works.
It doesn't work at all.
It works exactly in the areas that the person doing the curse says it does in hindsight.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Maybe you should just get some essential oils.
That's
That'll
the real
protect
cure
you from it.
Yep.
Yes, that's the cure for everything,
You need to rearrange the furniture in your house, go all feng shui and stuff like that, so the energy can flow through your house better.
And
maybe
every time,
Reiki healing.
Yeah, and Reiki
and
healing.
every time somebody comes in, if you don't say namaste to them, then you're going to be cursed for life.
Lucifer says good night, and she says to say thank you for indulging your fangirl moment.
Oh well, it was good to meet you. Hope I'm sure we'll get to speak again.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh wow. No, see Zod. Poor Zod. He's stuck at work. He's like, I wish I could join.
I'm at work. Come on, Zod. Just
and jump on their phone or something.
Yeah, Zod, just jump in. I'm at work and I'm here.
Yeah, but not everyone does nothing at work.
Russ. That's
yeah. Exactly.
You guys are encouraging bad.
Let's not get into specifics about this, okay?
This is my work.
Well,
I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Rub it in, buddy. Rub it in.
Yeah.
It's prime berry foraging time, so I don't even know what I'm doing.
Prime berry foraging. You got to get out there, Badger, and get those berries and grubs and shit.
You see, that's the beauty about being a pig. People just bring me food.
Oh, you are food.
You are food. That's the point. That's why they feed you so well.
Look, we don't talk about that. That comes later on down in the line. I'm still young enough and not fat enough.
We'll get you there, boy. Here, little piggy.
I know that I won't soon forget that when I asked somebody, how did you burn your microwave? The explanation started with, well, see, there was this baby bird.
Yes.
That is priceless.
I was trying to eat this baby bird, and I forgot, and I left my.
No, that's not what happened.
I forgot that as an atheist, I'm supposed to be eating baby children like human beings, and so I chose a baby bird.
Yeah, but you don't cook human babies in a fucking microwave. It's a spit. It has to be over an open flame, and it has to have certain kinds of wood.
If you're just reheating the baby, I mean, you can throw it in the microwave.
I
no.
Raw.
They don't keep well.
They don't.
But they do taste of a young suckling pig.
I have to say, if you end up actually cooking your babies in the microwave rather than over an open fire or in a proper like oven, how you're supposed to, as an atheist, you're automatically demoted to agnostic. Eat microwave baby.
You're automatically Steve McRae.
That's what happened to Steve.
So does that mean I've got to?
He broke his oven. He put the baby in the microwave, and then he was just agnostic after that.
Yep, that's how it works.
Because you see, while the baby was cooking in the microwave, he had time to sit there and think, and he says, you know, maybe this atheist stuff isn't what all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, that's how it works, and not by the magic of Satan's power.
Of course, listen. Let's don't shit on the magic of Satan's power. Everybody gives Satan a hard time, but he's a good dude. He's funny. Once you get past the smell of fucking sulfur, he's a great dude. He's got a great sense of humor.
Well, he certainly killed a lot less people.
Yeah, that's true too.
Only 10 or something, I think was the number.
He's got great taste in music too. I'm telling you.
Can confirm.
There was a comedian that talked about that, about how he was saying that he found it funny that all evangelical Christians and stuff said that the devil. Yeah, we got two badgers in here. The devil writes all rock songs, and I think it was Bobcat Goldthwait that said this. He goes, "Yeah, I could just see Beelzebub down there in the bowels of hell, thinking to himself, you know, I need a new rock song. I know. Hey, I know. How about We Are the World? We are the world."
The demons took me.
Badger.
Won't you hold on for one more day?
The funny thing is at one point in time, even the Beatles were considered the devil's music, and they had songs like "All You Need Is Love." It's like, well, apparently, the devil's all about love. So, I mean, how is he the bad guy again?
Elvis was the worst thing that hit town, especially in Southern America. And then the next decade or so later, he is the epitome of the Southern American, you know, and the good Christian, you know, got famous, basically.
Elvis is the worst thing in existence. I probably shouldn't allow any of these people to look at my browser history.
Shut your whore mouth. Elvis is amazing.
I am the worst thing since Elvis Presley.
You're not Eminem.
What the?
Somebody got it.
What are you asking? Ron had a peculiar question in the chat. What does it smell like when you fuck sulfur?
Like rotten eggs. Rotten eggs.
Yeah, you did say if you get past the smell of fucking sulfur.
Yeah. Like Lucifer comes over every Saturday for fucking tea. He likes his tea.
Smells even worse if you put it in the microwave.
How do you fuck tea?
Oh well, carefully.
Teabagging or something.
You can carefully. Anything if you're brave enough.
You don't want it too hot.
No, he likes his tea Earl Grey, twist of lemon, and 3 drops of virgin's blood. I've never been so happy to be so unpopular.
I don't know the recipe.
We need to illustrate the diversity of the word fucking. Because it wasn't like the act of fucking sulfur. It was just like, you know, like fucking fucking sulfur.
No, I fuck sulfur all the time.
Fuck is diverse.
The
word fuck is diverse.
And it went all through the diversity of, you know, how fuck is used in so many different ways. And it was just a simple little video.
The Monty Python skit? The Monty Python skit?
No, it's...
I've seen the video.
It actually originated from Python, but I remember it on the internet, so I don't know where.
Yeah, it came out of the internet. It had the Flash animation, but I think it was originally like a Monty Python skit
on like their television show or something. I think.
Yeah,
and it's got like the British. Now that I think about it, that makes sense. It probably is. But damn, that was good.
Yeah, where he's like, of all the words,
wonderful ways.
Where he's like, well, of all the words in the English language to start with F, fuck is the only word that's called the F word. It's the one magical word that can be, it's Monty Python skit.
You probably find it just with the F word, That'd be great. Everyone can watch that if you haven't seen it.
Or that one scene in the Boondock Saints. that really captures it.
Which scene?
Where
What the fuck?
yeah, who the
Is
fuck
that-
fucked this? What the fucking fuck? How the fuck did you?
Nice.
Yes.
Certainly illustrates the diversity of the word.
Yes.
Oh, now we got an Irish accent. Awesome.
Something
I do a lot of
I
accents.
heard today is like a mind-blowing thing is as long as you emphasize each word differently, like depending on what
Yes.
emphasis you decide, I didn't say she stole my money can have 7 different meanings.
Oh yes.
You
I
know?
didn't say she stole my money.
Exactly.
Who's that guy who
I
did the?
didn't say she stole my money.
I
Who's the
didn't
guy that
say
did the folk song?
she stole my money.
It could be any sentence. I think you could do the same thing with it.
There's 7 words. I mean, it just depends on which word you put the emphasis on.
Who's the guy that did the Pope song?
Didn't say she stole my money.
Which song?
The Pope song. You know, like fuck the motherfuckers, fuck the motherfuckers.
Fuck the motherfuckers. Tim mentioned.
He's a Tim Minchin. So Tim Minchin did this thing where he was doing this thing where it's like people were asking him why he had to use this crass language, and he said he saw that in the Australian Post there was fuck was there, but it was F asterisk fuck, and he was like, really, F at this point in time, F asterisk fuck means fuck more than fucks mean fuck. You know what I mean? So like,
What the fuck are you talking about, Duke?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Most of the time,
I'm
Duke
just saying-
doesn't even know what he's talking about.
I don't.
He just
Oh,
like
you're
rambling
on
on.
still
man.
talking?
Just roll with it. Just roll with it.
He just likes talking, and every once in a while he rambles on and he throws in words like titties and vagina, and that's about it.
Yeah.
He does do that.
I'm as dumb as a
What we have
stump.
in our own.
I'm as dumb as a rock. That's fine.
You're a rock atheist.
Fucking
Yes, I am.
I'm a
Wait, I
rock
thought
and
that-
roll atheist. Does that count?
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought you were the official rock atheist. Now.
Well, I tried.
I was actually just thinking today. So after Faithless Forum, when we were all like hanging out, we ended up singing this
Oh yeah.
this song that was in one of my really early videos. One of my most popular videos is I did a response to a guy that had like a song about creation. And he's like, oh, basically it was like a song about creation that apparently debunked evolution. And so
Oh, I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my
That was
I-
great.
at the end, I just like made my own version of the song and sang like a verse of it or like a version of the chorus or something. And like I think it was Steven, right, that asked me to sing the song because
Yep.
Matt had a guitar there. And so
And Christina Rett, because she wanted to videotape it.
Right, exactly. And then people were telling you that you should jump in, and so you came and sat next to me and like learned the words, and we ended up singing this song. And there was like a documentary crew that was actually there, and they ended up filming it. So there might be some documentary that's released where Neil and I are singing the lyrics. This song about creation is theological masturbation.
Yeah. It took me like 19 go-arounds just before I could actually get the bloody song memorized. Oh, what happened to Pirate Kitty?
Uh-oh.
Her mic wasn't
Pirate
working.
Kitty's
Oh.
By the way, Prophet of Zod wants us to know that even a rock knows that everything with a cause has a cause.
Hey, well, this is as best good time as any for me to say I have to go the way of Pirate Kitty because I have another meeting
Yeah.
right now.
Look.
So
Look, all you got to do is tell them that you were late because everyone else was early.
that's all I'll have to do. But
All right, Drew.
Have a good
Yeah,
one,
I
man.
just tell
thanks
the
for having me
bus
on
was late.
again, and thanks for the warm welcome, everybody.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was
Awesome work, bro.
Had to have more chats with you, Drew.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, dude.
All right, dude. We'll talk soon. Oh! Hang on, Pirate Kitty's in.
Oh, yeah, Pirate Kitty's in.
Do you have
Can you hear me?
vocal? Yeah.
Yes.
now I can-
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got to go, but I've probably actually spoken with you more than I've spoken with anyone else here, including Neil. Actually, so I don't feel
You're a
like
lucky
I'm.
kitty.
I don't feel like I'm like shorting anybody or anything. But Pirate Kitty, I'll chat with you next time on Discord probably.
Yep.
So,
Come
right,
on my
later, guys.
channel for a chat.
Bye-bye.
sometime,
See you
man.
later,
Go
Drew.
eat.
You guys were talking about the F word or fuck, I don't know, whatever. And
Yeah.
you guys have heard the Carl. I almost said Carl Sagan. George Carlin skit that he did with that.
Yeah, I've actually seen.
I think
Carlin
somebody.
live.
Lucky you.
I think somebody brought it up.
Uh-oh.
It's not coming to mind. Do you know it? Or should I look it up?
Are you talking about the 7 dirty words?
Was that his thing?
Yeah, 7 shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits.
No,
And
the thing I'm talking about was like they were talking about how you could use fuck in practically every word in a sentence.
Oh yes, it's a verb, it's an adverb, it's a pro. Yeah. That's was that Carlin too? Because I thought that was originally a Monty Python thing, and then somebody made like a video clip that you could tune into, and he goes through all of the same thing.
There's other words that are used as punctuation in the UK that Americans don't seem to like.
I think I found it. Is this the very first thing that pops up whenever I looked it up on YouTube was George Carlin usage of the word fuck.
Yes. How durable?
Should I play it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let me turn my. I had to turn my.
It's pretty funny. So
I had to turn my truck radio on real quick.
I can do the whole skit there, guys. Just so you know. Yeah, this is it. You can barely hear it.
Interesting words in the English language today is the word fuck. Out of all of the English words that begin with the letter F, fuck is the only word that is referred to as the F word. It's the one magical word. Just by its sound can describe pain, pleasure, hate, and love. Fuck, as most words in the English language, is derived from German, the word frichen, which means to strike. In English, fuck falls into many grammatical categories. As a transitive verb, for instance, John fucked Shirley. As an intransitive verb, Shirley fucks. Its meaning's not always sexual. It can be used as an adjective, such as, John's doing all the fucking work. As part of an adverb, Shirley talks too fucking much. As an adverb enhancing an adjective, Shirley is fucking beautiful. As a noun, I don't give a fuck. As part of a word, abso-fucking-lutely, or in-fucking-credible. And as almost every word in a sentence, fuck the fucking fuckers. As you must realize, there aren't too many words with the versatility of fuck, as in these examples describing situations such as fraud, I got fucked at the used car lot. Dismay, oh fuck it. Trouble, I guess I'm really fucked now. Aggression, don't fuck with me, buddy. Difficulty, I don't understand this fucking question. Inquiry, who the fuck was that? Dissatisfaction, I don't like what the fuck is going on here. Incompetence, he's a fuck off. Dismissal.
Shut up, folks. Don't need you to make a noise right now.
Yourself. I'm sure you can think of many more examples. With all of these multi-purpose applications, how can anyone be offended when you use the word? We say, use this unique, flexible word more often in your daily speech. It will identify the quality of your character immediately. Say it loudly and proudly. Fuck you.
I have a question about that. How old is that clip?
It's
I don't know, but it's fucking great.
It's not that old, but it's made to sound older.
Well, because it sounds like something my dad played for us once when we were kids, and it made my mom really mad.
Well, the clip that I just played, the person who uploaded that specific clip, it did it 8 years ago.
But like,
it's probably older than that.
Yeah, it's way older than that.
I remember watching a thing with Billy Connolly talking about saying "fuck off," just describing that no matter what language the person you were speaking to spoke, whether they understood English or not, they understood "fuck off." He was talking to somebody who was fucking around with his luggage at an airport. It's like, fuck off.
Everyone knows that. And it's funny because the hand signals for like
Oh yeah,
like
the
here,
middle finger.
It's the middle finger, but in other places they do this or they go like this or like there's different ways of doing it. Right? So it's just kind of funny.
Biting your thumb actually goes all the way back to Old English, because that's one of the things that the Old English people used to do in order to say "fuck off" is like they bite their thumb at someone.
Who you calling old?
Do bite your thumb at me, sir.
Yes, it is from Shakespeare's time frame. So it was one of the is one of those things that have been going on for quite a while now.
Wow. Zod is saying that they used to play that in the dorms when he was in college. So how long ago was that? Zod was like, who was president then? Just kidding.
Story understood to have found first use of fuck in 1310. In English.
That's what I hear. That's one of the stories that are passed around. That's what I heard.
That's what I
but that's one of the stories I've heard before. The 1310 definition, again, goes off of stories that people have told, is that what it used to happen is back during that time frame, sex was actually outlawed, and in order to actually have sex with your partner, you had to have a decree from the king. And what ended up happening was on your door. Yeah, that's the old myth. That's where I'm thinking that that Nacha was just bringing that from.
Under consent of the king. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that old myth.
Yeah.
That's the one that I hear.
Was Roger Fuckby the Naval. Fuckby the Naval.
Yeah, Wonder Lady's the one that would know this. She's the linguist, for crying out loud.
Yes. Yes. Is Wonder Lady chatting?
She's in the chat right now, yes.
Yeah,
well, what I'm saying is, she helping?
Yes.
That's the history that you get told in that video that we just played. It's the Dutch origins to strike and all that sort of.
Yeah.
Early 16th century.
It's for fictional Star Wars languages.
Indo-European root meaning to strike, shared by Latin for pugnus, by Latin pugnus, fist. So, yeah. No word origin story that comes from an acronym is true. Yeah, no kidding. Just so you guys know, because he's in the chat right now, I just finished. I may have to do some touch-ups. I don't know. He hasn't told me yet, but I just did finish doing some voice work for an upcoming Zod feature. So look at that. I'm not giving you any details because it's going to be a surprise, but it's going to be really, really fun, and it's going to be really neat. So there you go.
All of his videos are so.
Oh yeah, they're hysterical.
I look forward to.
And I'll be honest.
One of my favorites.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll be honest with you. When I met him in person, and I mentioned to him that I like doing voice work and stuff. I can actually do voices too, but for this one, I basically just use my voice.
Do a voice.
Like what? Like who? Give me some
voice.
Do my voice.
Well,
be a Brit.
I'd have to practice that first. You got to give me a voice that I can practice. All right. See. Do
you have any? So you don't have any voices that you sort of already have practiced. Like this is this sort of a character. Even if you can change the character, but they're a type of voice that you naturally have worked on. That's a good way to utilize your voice when you're doing the voice acting. You can still come in with a particular voice, and it can suit whatever character you're given.
Well, Skeptical Review says I should do Kermit. I haven't done him in a while, but I'll give it a try. Hey ho, Kermit the Frog here today for another amazing episode of Muppet News.
That's pretty good, man.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows? What's on the other side? What the fuck is that?
I can do a little bit of Scottish. Only a little bit though.
I could do a Scottish accent if that's what you mean. Oh, laddie, on your bike.
All right there, lad. You got to calm it down there.
Calm it down.
Yeah, you got to calm down your dots there, lad. It's a little bit over the top there.
Yeah, but you live closer, so it's probably easier for you.
I really hate it with me because, like, whenever I'm doing certain types of death growls, it almost, whenever I'm listening to the recording of it, it almost sounds like I'm kind of going into a mixture between British and Australian accents. It really drives me crazy.
You should do one right now.
Oh, no.
Here, I'll give you another one.
No, because, like, my British, like, a lot of my accents are, like, really, like, way too accurate.
Like, dude, what the hell is that thing hanging from your? I'm thinking to myself, fuck, it looks like the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. He's got that tube thing, smoking thing in his mouth, but I just realized it's actually your headphones.
He's smoking, and you're the one too high.
Yeah, I haven't touched.
No, I'm vaping.
You're vaping. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
accents we got.
We should call him Darth Vapor.
Well, considering Duke says I sound like him, then I guess that would work.
I could do a bit of Australian, but for some reason...
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Away, put your weapon. I mean you no harm. I could do all kinds of accents, but a lot of people get kind of pissed off when I do them because it's almost like I'm insulting them or something.
For some reason, Notcha doesn't like my Australian accent.
Because it sounds
awful.
Perfect. There's nothing wrong with it at all.
Oh shit! For starters, you're drinking the wrong drink to try and sound Australian.
It's based on the accent of an American voice actor doing a really over-the-top Australian accent.
Hey, what happened to Duke?
Yeah, perfect. Wait,
he was talking about boobs.
Yeah, Duke left like a few minutes ago.
I'm pretty attentive.
Yeah, so I can talk like an Australian. It just sounds a bit like this.
Right. Yeah.
Perfect. You're absolutely perfect.
Problem is, if I'm doing that and somebody else is doing a Cockney accent, it completely messes me up.
I can see Duke popping back in a few minutes. He wanted to see how long it would take Neil to realize he was gone.
What?
Whoa, that was like a ghost
submarine,
dude. What the fuck? You in a bathroom or something?
Prophet Azad says you do.
There's a hell of an echo.
Prophet Azad says you do the worst Australian accent.
Yeah, well, that's probably true, actually.
It's really bad. You should take some pointers from mine.
From yours, yeah, right. Sure,
People,
mate.
It's funny because when I was down in Texas, a couple of times, just walking around and talking to different people that I wasn't already hanging around with. Like I would be standing up front of like a restaurant having a cigarette or something, and this lady come up and she starts talking to me about some shit that's going on or whatever, and then I start talking. She goes, "You have a funny accent." I'm like, "I do." It's like, "I'm from Canada. Does that mean something?" She goes, "Oh, okay, now I can hear it." Like I haven't even said A yet. I can hear it.
When I'm talking to Americans, I tend to really overdo the British.
The British. Yeah.
When I talk to Americans, I tend to overdo the American accent.
Yes.
Hey, but a British accent is sexy. There's nothing sexy about an American accent.
I don't know.
Depends on the accent.
Some of the southern brawls can be pretty.
I do like the southern.
And then New Jersey accent's really nice.
Oh no, it's not. No,
I joined a Team Fortress 2 server
Depends on
called El Paso, Texas Gaming.
I'm thinking of a lot of the people that I know that I've seen about who are from New Jersey. I mean, not Faye. Faye is
I was going to say, I'm
awesome.
not thinking of people on TV from Jersey. Like,
Yeah, the people from TV on Jersey are just.
Yeah,
the people on TV from Jersey are just trash.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that as a representation of people from Jersey.
No, that is definitely not. I would say like Faye's the way she talks is very, very pleasant. Even when she's angry, it's just like it's hard to just be like, oh, not to take her seriously, but it's hard to be like, oh, she's angry, because it's like you're focusing on the way she's talking, and it's like, that's so nice.
It's a very sweet sound. Yeah, no.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
Like, that's so nice.
Even when she gets mad at you, it's like she's saying "I love you," but angrily.
Yes. She's like, why don't you stop being such a dumbass? And it's like, oh, this is so nice. I like it.
Insult me anytime, Faye.
But another accent that I really don't particularly care for is the New England accent in general. It's just, to me, the New England accent, they don't pronounce their R's. So everything's like, if you're gonna go to the car, they're gonna go to the car.
The car.
Yeah. So the biggest. Well, that's Boston, New Hampshire, and a lot of the different, even a little bit of Rhode Island as well, as far down as Rhode Island. But a lot of them don't pronounce the R's. And one of the things that a lot of the people that whenever someone's like, so what's the best example of a New York accent? It's to say the phrase, park the car and have a yard. Park the car and have a yard.
I got
that actually sounds.
I'm sorry, that is like
a lot
the
more like
biggest thing I got made fun of for.
Yeah. And so it's, and whenever you're talking to people from there, sometimes they can do it really, really fluently, and sometimes it's just so painstakingly noticeable. It's like, oh my God, please don't talk.
So how do they say the word worry in New England?
It's worry. It's worry. It's normal. It depends on where the R is placed. It depends on where the R is placed.
They wouldn't want to put it before the W. So
right, like for Concord, like the town of Concord, it's Concord.
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 Yeah, we conquer and conquer.
No, you're thinking of the guy from The Big Bang Theory with the accent, with the funny.
And then, like down here in the South, we call where you go to drink from the water fountain. We call it a water fountain. Up there, it's called a bubbler.
A bubbler.
A bubbler.
How the fuck did it get that name?
Because of the sound it makes. It makes a bubble sound.
Yeah.
It's a bubbler, so it's a bubbler.
They call them both here.
That actually reminds me of a couple of words in because they're more modern items. When I lived in Israel, the bottles that have the caps that you have to pop off, and cans when you pop them open, the actual word for bottle in Hebrew, it has nothing to do with the pop-off thing, but they call them bakbuk, because when you tip the bottle over and you start pouring, it goes bakbuk, 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 bakbuk. So named after the sound. And a can is
reason to call it that.
Well, and a can is called a pahit, because when you pop it up, it goes pahit. So
So yeah,
cool. I like that.
I like that too. That is pretty cool. But yeah, so there's a lot of the different parts of like especially if you get a bunch of New Englanders together, and they're all talking at one. They're all going and talking to each other, and especially yeah, like if it's like that, except for it's like sometimes 10 times worse depending on what part of New England you get them from. Like the Boston accent is really, really it's so aggravating. I'm just like, please don't, please stop. Just go away.
Clam chowder or something, will you?
Because if you get a bunch of Brits together, within a few minutes we'll all be talking about how shit everything is. Just be there like, how you doing, Dave? Not so great, really. I'm not having a great week, And then how are you? Not having a great month, to be fair. And we just go back and forth and gradually go more and more downhill. This may actually just be my friends, but I'm not 100% sure about it.
And they have a very
real quick before
go
you all
ahead.
go on. I just want to jump out of here, so I want to say goodbye.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
What are you doing?
brother.
See you, Nacho.
Yeah, no, thank you
Wow,
for giving us the link.
Yeah, no worries.
Love you all. Have
Love
a
you
great
too.
one.
Love you too, buddy.
See you.
See you later, man.
So another thing that that's big in New England is Dunkin' Donuts.
Are you just gonna like vent about New England for like indefinitely, or I'm from New England? I was born outside Boston.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm sorry, Sarah. I didn't mean to seem like I'm shitting on you. It's right, it's like what, you think you're better than me?
You should hear my aunt's accent because I moved out of New England when I was like 8 or 9, but my aunt has lived there her whole life and is like 50 something, and she's very strong Boston accent.
Oh, Wonder Lady, correct me. It's pretty much the East Coast.
Yeah,
that is big on dunks.
Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, you're like
Yeah.
that's like your guys' version of Timmy's. So yeah.
Well, it depends because like we don't make a big deal of it down here in Texas. Like the closest one to my house is probably about a good 20-30 minutes away.
Oh.
So I mean Dunkin' Donuts isn't that big down here, but because my wife is from New Hampshire, every now and then she gets a craving for Dunkin' Donuts. And so she makes me drive the 20-30 minutes to go get her fucking Dunkin' Donuts whenever there's a perfectly good donut shop right down the road.
Your wife's from Dunkin' Donuts?
She is definitely from Dunkin' Donut land.
The nearest Dunkin' Donuts from me is 3 hours away, and I would totally drive that 3 hours just for Dunkies if I had the gas.
You guys call it Dunkies. That's awesome.
Yeah.
'Cause ours is Tim Hortons, but we call ours Timmy's. So it's like the same sort of thing.
And again, that also depends because like most of the people in New Hampshire, they just call it Dunks.
Dunks?
Like,
Okay.
hey, I'm gonna go over to Dunks.
What
It's like,
about
okay.
you guys? You guys have Krispy Kremes, obviously, right? Because it's a
Yeah.
U.S. franchise.
Yeah.
We have one left here. They tried to open a bunch here, but it just didn't take off as good as they expected it would. But
Yeah,
and I don't
Krispy Kremes
understand.
over here.
Yeah, because they're fucking amazing too. They make great donuts.
They are
Where I'm
really
at-
expensive over here, though.
Where I'm at, the donut place to go is Shipley's.
Well, I'm at there's just not a donut shop.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
So,
I feel sorry for you, Sarah.
Yeah, me too.
I go
Randolph.
to the local supermarket and I get myself some donuts, which are filled with custard.
Those are good. That's the Boston cream they call those. Well, they do that here,
Yes.
anyways.
Yeah.
So Randolph had a really funny joke in the chat here. A few
what did he
years
say?
ago, a few years ago, at a drunk driver check, the police officer asked me, "Have you got any donuts?" And my response to him was, "No, officer, I don't dunk and drive."
But I'm tisk.
Yeah, I don't even know. Oh, and he says it's a true story.
It's a true story, which makes
That
it even
sounds like-
better.
It sounds like the sort of thing where you get a. I'll see you down the station.
Right? It's like, oh my god, that's so funny. But guess what? You're
Step
going.
out of the car,
You're coming
please,
with us now. Step out of the car.
All right, Sonny, you're Nick.
That's hilarious. Well, apparently the officer told him just to get the hell out of there, so that's what he did. Randolph, you should have went to like a donut place, turned around, come back, and dropped off a dozen for them. No, because then they could arrest you, I suppose, after that.
Well, one of my favorite jokes came from Gabriel Iglesias, where he said that they'd stop at this donut place and he took a turn out of there and it was wrong. And whenever the cop pulls him over, he says, he goes, "You know why I pulled you over?" He's like, "Yeah, because you smelled these." And he said he realized, right? He said that he realized, the cop realized who he was, because once he saw him, he goes, "Hey, you're that fluffy guy." And he's like, "Yeah, that's me." And he had his friend in the back seat that's like really like always says the wrong shit at the wrong time, and he's told the jokes about his friend before, and so after the cop had sat there and went through this whole entire thing, and they played with the cop, like whenever he walked away, they turned on the music and played the themes to Cops, the bad boys, what you gonna. And so he sat there and danced along to it and whatnot. And so he let them go. And as he was walking back to his car, his stupid friend says, "So that means I can keep my weed, huh?"
Oh, bad move.
Yes. And so he sits there and goes, "Sir, you need to step out of the car now." He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to jail." And he said that he sat there and racked that shotgun and pointed at him. He goes, "I'm really going to jail?" And the guy's like, "No, but that was funny, huh?" And walked away.
Badger, there's a request in the chat here.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
Yeah. Make Badger say, "Hello, hello, hello. What's all this then?"
Hello, hello. What's all this then?
There you go. Mission accomplished.
Yes.
It sounded far more authentic than mine.
Right, let me just find this thing I was going to do. So I just found this picture. Oh, I've got an echo now. Right, let's shut up. There we go. Right, so I just broke my internet and also found this picture on Twitter. I don't know how accurate this is, but according to this, I'm like super gay.
Wow.
According to that, I'm a heterosexual.
According to it, I'm gay, but I'm actually pan. So
I just
it's wrong.
Doing that, trying to show you this.
Wait, you have
I
sex with
broke the
parents?
thing that lets me show you images. So give me like an hour.
You made her drop her glasses in exasperation. I hope you're proud of yourself, Neil. I hope you are proud of yourself.
Oh, come on. I'm like the king of cheesy ass jokes, so come on.
I need one of those Mr. Atheist sells shirts that says it's not about cookware. I need one of those.
Hey, I like your t-shirt.
I probably shouldn't put what else is in that folder into the screen share.
I need a shirt that says, "Just don't talk to me."
Just get a white t-shirt and write, "Just don't talk to me" on it in Sharpie.
My stepson has this shirt that if I could fit it, I would definitely wear it. But all it says is, "Shh, nobody cares."
There you go. Can you see that?
I love it.
I love it. I want it.
Outstanding.
Now, by the way, my headphones.
Look, I don't care. I don't care about the headphones. I just want the hat.
Frustrated. You don't really need a shirt that specifically states "Don't talk to me." Just write on there, "Ask me about my adjustable rates."
Ask me about my adjustable rates.
See, I walk through the town with an expression that says, "If you approach me, I will murder you."
Well, one of the very first impressions that one of my wife's coworkers had was she, after I came to drop her off some stuff and I left, her coworker said, "He seems like he's really nice unless you piss him off." And
Having
she was
pissed
like,
you off, I agree.
Yeah, she was like, basically.
Neil, I used to have a lot more Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, but after I moved out of my dad's house, before I had the chance to get back a bunch of my stuff, he threw it all out. So a bunch of my dad's kind of an ass.
Wait, Badger, when have you pissed me off?
I can't remember. It was we said something on Twitter, and you were like, "Whoa!"
I don't know if it was me who was doing that, because usually I don't get upset about Twitter stuff.
All right, Unholy Sarah, I feel that's like terrible. So if you make it to Faithless Forum next year, I have a gift for you.
I will try to make it to Faithless Forum next year.
If you give her that hat, I will kill you, Neil.
I'm not Russ. Keep it. It's okay, buddy. I'm not giving her that.
Keep your
Okay,
tail in your
because
trousers.
because
I
if someone's getting a hat, it's gonna be me.
It's yeah, I have something that's even rarer than the hat because the hat any schmuck like me can get that at Disneyland because that's where I got it.
Ooh,
But
what do you have?
this one is a lot rarer. It's porcelain, and I got this at a toy store back in probably '96, so it's already pretty old. But it is this here. Let me just present myself.
Oh
here.
my god, that is amazing!
All right, it's got Jack in the Santa suit.
Oh my god!
Never been opened. So, yeah,
I love it.
Limited edition. What do they call them? And hand numbered.
I love it. That's
It cost
awesome.
me a whopping $10 back then. So
I have more
you
incentive
go.
to go to Faithless Forum.
you do indeed
Yeah.
now. It's, I feel throwing away your stuff. That's terrible, man. So this is yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very nice of him.
I have an authentic
Well, even if,
Darth
let me
Maul
know if you can or can't make it, and I'll still ship this to you. Okay.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I really want to go to Faithless Forum
Yes.
though. It's just gonna
And
be
trust
a
me,
matter of
Sarah, and trust me, he does keep good on his promise about shipping things.
Might take
Sometimes it takes like a year for him to do it, but you know, he gets it to you eventually.
I'm a patient person.
Faye has asked me to please wear a kilt. Unfortunately, I don't currently have a kilt. I'm trying to purchase one.
You didn't have a cult? What's wrong with you?
I don't have a kilt, laddie. But I am currently looking at them on eBay because I saw a thing earlier and was like, I need a kilt now.
Spanner. Another Brit. There you go. Now you do skeptic reviews. You got one now. I didn't.
The other thing is, something I need to go to is just about to start, so I must toodle off, I'm afraid. But very lovely talking to you all as always.
Badger, you do not get to toodle off.
Oh no!
But I
Hey,
need to.
let him. He stayed awake for the whole thing. This is perfect. You can take off.
Well, okay.
Yeah, well, if you will excuse me, I just
going out in style.
You kidding me?
Sarah,
He's the only one who really gets the toodle here.
Wait, are you gonna leave too?
But Sarah, I have to say that the whole entire joke about him sending things late was I was his very first interview on the channel.
Yep.
And in there we were talking about Batman and also the Ninja Turtles got brought up as well. And that's when he brought up the fact that he had a crossover comics of Batman and Ninja Turtles. I was like, that is awesome. I was like, and I was jokingly saying, I would definitely take those off your hands. And he goes, well, I've already read them, so I'm going to go ahead and send them to you. And I was like, oh, dude, you don't have to. He's like, no, I want to. I was like, oh, okay. So he's sent them to me about maybe 6-7 months later.
9 months later.
Like 9 months later. And he said first that it was just like I had totally forgotten about it. And then all of a sudden he reminded me because he saw that I was in the chat. He goes, oh, hey, I did not forget about the comic books. And I was like, oh, well, I did. Oh my. And so then I just kind of kept reminding him every time I saw him just because I was like, he reminded me. So I'm just going to keep reminding him just to fuck with Neil. And so, yeah, pretty much. And so he's like, hey, are you going to be at Faithless Forum? I was like, I'm going to try to be. He's like, okay, well, if you're not, then I'll just send them to you when I get home. I said, okay. And so then I told him, hey, I'm not going. And he's like, oh, well, I'll send them to you. So he did. And he did. He came through with it, and I was so excited.
They're good, aren't they? Good story.
I have not read them yet because we were in the middle of moving.
Oh.
And so I didn't want to.
Had to not send them then for even longer.
Yeah, you could have.
They did an animation too.
I'd seen that, and I want to get that animation movie.
Oh, it's just I have it on the computer. It's great.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
How much did it cost you to get it?
Nothing.
Oh! You went that way with it.
Oh yeah, I'm one of those.
Yeah,
I am a pirate, you know.
I always wondered why you had the bandana, and now I know for a fact.
Arr, that's right. I go to Pirate Bay.
Yes. But yeah, I saw it. I was at Walmart the other day and I saw it and I was like, oh my God, they made an animated version of it. I must have it.
It's not exactly the same. You'll see.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No. But yeah, it's good though. It's fun.
Yeah, I will definitely have to watch it.
Yeah, you gotta watch just for the Batman Shredder fights. That's what you gotta watch.
Oh yes, those are gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah. Well, guys, I have to call it quits. So.
Okay.
I know. Always the fucking party pooper, aren't I?
I know. Yes, you are.
And it
all
looks
I'm gonna do.
Looks like Bible Belt Atheist is still trying to parallel park his house. So.
Yeah, all I'm gonna do is get back on YouTube and watch Saturday Night Live clips because, well, I'm lame and I actually find that somewhat funny.
All the classic shit like Samurai Pizza Guy and all that.
Oh, I did watch yesterday, or no, it was today. I watched Pepper Guy.
Oh yeah.
The fresh pepper.
Look up. I don't. It may have been taken down. I heard a rumor that it was taken down. And we all know how rumors can pan out sometimes. But the Mercury Mistress cartoon that never aired on Saturday Night Live, where the guy, it's called the Mercury Mistress because he can pull the back plate down and make love to his car. So you got to see if you can find that commercial, man. It's hilarious.
Oh my. I've watched so many different clips from old school to now. I mean, some of their newer stuff, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's kind of funny. And then some of it, you kind of like, that, all right, I like that. But like one of the funniest things I saw that I actually shared on Twitter was somebody, they had, I think it's Casey, what's his name? Casey Affleck. Doing a Dunkin' Donuts commercial, and Casey Affleck, or the Afflecks, are from up there, so up in New England somewhere. I don't remember where exactly, but they're from up there, and so he will sit. He sits there and does it. It's fucking hilarious just listening to him talk because he sits there and it's not just the New England accent. It's the fact that he does the stereotypical angry New Englander. And so he's like going off on people as they're there. Like there's one guy, he sits there and is like telling him to go fuck himself and shit. And as he's getting in the car, and he takes his friend's coffee and throws it at his windshield. He's like, yeah, what are you going to do about it? And it's just fucking hilarious just watching Casey Affleck play this just this homeless looking guy who's a Dunkin' Donuts patron and whatnot.
Red Venture put the link in there for you if you didn't see it yet.
Oh, I did see that. That's awesome. I'm going to watch it.
And anyway, I also wanted to respond to something that progressive liberals said. I'm glad you like my streams, progressive liberals. That means a lot. That I'm hearing this more and more nowadays, and that really means a lot because it means I'm doing something right, I guess. So,
well, Neil, I will have to say that I think
right.
What's that?
I think progressive liberals got a stream tonight.
I think
No,
so.
like
10:30 something.
Well, Neil, I will have to say that I think that's always shit. So,
What's always shit?
Your streams, it's okay.
I like your streams.
It's a good thing you're not an official critic of mine, then.
I know, right? I could be.
You could.
Everybody's
write
a critic.
magazine articles. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We all are, aren't we? Anyways, guys, it's been a lot of fun. But I got to get my butt gear because I got to be somewhere by 7. So I got about 20 minutes to get there. Luckily, it only takes about 10 to drive, so I should be okay. Anyway, thanks everyone for jumping in here with me. Sorry, BBA, that you didn't really get much in there, and we did get to hear you for a little bit, but I realized you probably took someone else's house stall, so you might have had to move your house now. So. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. And like I always say at the end of these things, like the late great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. And hope to see you guys next time.